Hello and welcome to the video and channel. In this video we are going to look at the history of the Forza Horizon series. We shall be looking at the main game and not any DLC that was released, even if it added a massive new area. Forza Horizon is a 2012 racing game developed by Playground Games and published by Microsoft Studios for the Xbox 360. The game is the fifth installment in the Forza series. The setting for the game is the non-existent Horizon Festival, a street racing event set in the state of Colorado. The aim is to progress via winning races, whilst also increasing the popularity level by performing stunts. Players can drive off-road in selected areas, whilst other areas are limited by guardrails or other means. The game focuses on more casual street racing on closed roads rather than the track-focused motorsport series. It features point-to-point races, lap-based races, and drifting events, to name but a few. The game also features showcase events, where the player is tasked with getting from point A to point B, usually in a high-performance car. As it is a showcase event, the player is put up against some unusual opposition. For example, early in the game, you are tasked with racing a plane in a Ferrari F40. The game also added the skill counter. This allows you to build up skill points by doing aggressive driving such as drifting, jumping, and getting close to other drivers and AI cars. Another thing the game added was the barn finds. When you reach a predetermined level as you go through the game, you'll be informed that a rare and otherwise impossible car has been seen in a barn. You are given a rough area to search in, and once you find it, the game will tell you the car needs to be repaired and restored, and that it will be ready later. Forza Horizon was released in October 2012 to critical acclaim, beginning a new sub-series under the Forza name to coincide with the original Forza Motorsport series. Forza Horizon 2 is a 2014 racing game developed for Microsoft's Xbox One and Xbox 360 consoles. It is the sequel to 2012's Forza Horizon and the seventh installment in the Forza series. The Xbox One version of the game was developed by Playground Games, the team behind the original Forza Horizon, while Sumo Digital Development developed the version for the Xbox 360. With Forza series developer Turn 10 supporting both builds. The Xbox 360 version was also the final Forza game released on the platform. The game is set in southern France and northern Italy. The game features some well-known areas such as Provence and Côte d'Azur, among other regions. The drivable area is more than 3 times the size of the first game, with less barriers to stop you driving anywhere. One of the new features that was most praised was the new day and night cycle and the dynamic weather. Another feature was the bucket list events. They are timed events that can be done either in solo or cooperative mode. A feature that was also added was the car meets, online mode where people could meet up and compare cars, similar to the Auto Vista mode that had just been added to the Motorsport series. Most of the gameplay features from the original game are still there, but with the obvious improvements that the 2-year break gave. The game received positive reviews from critics, with the day-night cycle and the weather getting particular praise. Forza Horizon 3 is a 2016 racing game developed by Playground Games and published by Microsoft Studios for Xbox One and Microsoft Windows. The game features cross-platform play between the two platforms. The game was released on the 23rd of September 2016 for Ultimate Edition players and the 27th of September 2016 for Standard and Deluxe Edition players. It is the third Forza Horizon and the 9th installment in the Forza series. As with the previous Horizon games, Turn 10 Studios assisted Playground Games in the game's development. It is set in a fictional representation of Australia that is again 3 times the size of Horizon 2. The game features many of the now familiar gameplay aspects and story mode. One of the new features in this game was the addition of several festival sites rather than the one in the older games. You would unlock the new sites by progressing through the game. This new feature meant that people would play for longer and would help to keep the game alive. Rather than the player just being a racer at the festival, as in the older games, the player was now the director of the festival and could get other racers, who were AI controlled, to race in a team for the player. Although the game had the same customization as the older games, a new feature was added with the ability to have licensed body kits fitted to the cars from brands such as Liberty Walk and Rocket Bunny. The game received universal acclaim from critics upon release. Forza Horizon 4 is a 2018 racing game developed by Playground Games and published by Microsoft Studios. It was released on the 2nd of October 2018 on Xbox One and Microsoft Windows, after being announced at Xbox's E3 2018 conference. The game is set in a fictionalized representation of areas of Great Britain. It is the 4th Horizon title so far and the 11th installment in the Forza series. The game features the same gameplay features that have become commonplace in the Horizon series, such as barn finds and showcase events. The game added a new mechanic where the player could buy houses dotted around the game that would unlock things such as fast travel and skill songs. One of the houses you can buy, Banborough Castle, also featured an exclusive barn find that could only be unlocked when you were in the house. The biggest of the new features brought into this game was the introduction of seasons. There are 4 seasons in the game, as per in real life, and they can drastically change the feel of the game. For example, in winter, the lake freezes over, allowing the player to get to locations that were otherwise unreachable. The map for the game is the same size as Horizon 4, but with the seasons feature, it changes every week, giving the player a new map to explore. The game uses an always online feature that supports 72 players per server. All seasons are matched across all platforms and players. There is an option to play offline, if wanted, which has AI-controlled driver tars instead of other online players. When the game was released, due to licensing issues, Toyota and Mitsubishi were missing from the game. In early 2019, Mitsubishi made its return to the game with their own car back. In late 2019, Toyota came back to the franchise as well. First, they released the very popular 1998 Supra, and as time has gone on, they have added more cars back in. In February 2020, the Lexus LFA made its way back into the game, signaling Lexus would slowly come back into the game as well. Horizon 4 is still supported and gets regular monthly updates adding new cars. The game released a critical acclaim and is the highest rating game in the Forza Horizon series. The Horizon series has proved to be very popular with gamers because it allows you to have the handling and tuning of the motorsport series with the fun that comes with being able to drive around an open area with friends and other like-minded people. Thank you for watching to the end. Leave a comment with your favourite Horizon game or a memorable event from the games. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with the next video. As always, I hope you have a good day and stay safe. Goodbye.